it is actually super fun to play with ChatGPT on this. If you have any like journals that have goal questions in them and you feed them into ChatGPT, it will tell you things about yourself you never knew. And you're like, that's actually really accurate.
Hey everyone, my name is Rachel Senegal, Content Project Manager at ClearVoice. Joining me today is Jenny Kiesewetter to take the ClearVoice Questionnaire. Hi Jenny.
Hey Rachel.
So first question for you, what is the most used app on your phone?
Oh gosh, probably Instagram Reels, which is and it's mostly dog rescues and maybe like some music and food and gardening and decorating, but mostly the dog rescues. So my daughter has kindly informed me that those are old Reels, like a year or two old. So I'm behind the times, but they help my brain shut off.
Do you use TikTok as well, or do you like the format of like the Instagram Reels more than like the TikTok?
I have TikTok because one of my coworkers sends me TikToks all the time. And so I had to eventually download it, but I know how to do Instagram. So it's just easier for me. And I'm told all the time I'm behind, but that's okay.
I feel I go back and forth where there'll be moments where like all I want to do is scroll through TikTok, and I think as of now I haven't like opened the app in like 6 months. So
yeah,
I'll look at like the Instagram Reels because I'm in there like every day.
Yeah, it's definitely curated, and it's also older women. So like when you're empty nesters, all of that stuff too. So I don't know how Instagram knows that, but it does.
Well, what's something big or small that you're really good at?
I'm actually a really good cook. I don't cook very much anymore. I used to really enjoy it on Sundays, literally put in my earphones and put on a podcast or some music and cook. I don't do it anymore because it's just me at the house and I'm working a lot. So I don't do it as much, but I think that surprises people. I think for some reason people don't think I'm very domestic. Which is fine. I guess that's a compliment too, but not baking, cooking. And I learned to cook from my aunt who's no longer with us, but she taught me to cook by taste, not by recipe.
Okay.
And it's funny, my kids, I taught them to cook and they both cook by taste.
Awesome. Is there something like, what's your favorite thing to cook when you do cook?
Oh gosh, it's been a long time, but I cook really spicy stuff, very spicy stuff. I have one of my well-known recipes is a chili recipe, and my daughter called me from college, this was years ago, and wanted to cook it for her friends, and I had to remind her, do not put as much spice in it. Not everyone can eat spicy, so do not totally cook it like I cook it.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, do you have any specific rituals that help you get into the writing flow?
I don't know if I do. I tend to write either from my kitchen counter or from my couch. And I literally just bought this really cool pad I can put on my lap so I can have all my writing stuff. It sounds very lazy, but I love it. And usually it's at the end of the day, once work is done and it's a little quiet. And sometimes I do like candles and stuff just to have that kind of relaxing end of the day. But I write on the weekends a lot too. So sometimes I put on a movie I've seen a million times, so I don't have to really carefully pay attention, and I just tap away.
I do the same thing. Anytime like I, have to do some type of task, I'll put on, it's usually Gilmore Girls. It's my favorite show.
Okay, same, my daughter, same.
Episode 100 times. I could recite all of the lines for you. So I put that in the background so I have something going, and then that's when I get things done.
I would love to, and I used to do this more, go to a coffee shop and write. So that's very Gilmore Girls. That's very Rory, going to a coffee shop and writing. And I actually love that too. And I need to get back in that habit, like on a Saturday morning, because I actually really enjoy that as well.
Yeah, well, that is a perfect segue to my next question of how do you take your coffee?
So I used to take it with sugar and cream, and then I ran into some health issues and I could not have sugar or cream. And I can now, but I had to learn how to drink it black.
Okay.
And so I still drink it black. I did go to Starbucks this morning and I threw my cup away, and I get coconut milk and I get different things in it at Starbucks, but at home, just black.
Just black. Oh, how fun. That's funny. Yeah, I have one of those Nespressos at
Okay.
the Nespresso machine. So I have a whole little section in my kitchen where I have all my
I
pods.
love that.
I've been starting to like make my own syrups. Like I'll do like my own vanilla syrup or cinnamon brown sugar.
Oh,
And I've had so much fun with it. My partner, he always goes, he's just like, what? Can we just buy Tarani? Like, what? And no, like, this is so much fun. Let me have my fun. Well, back to the questionnaire a little bit. What's your favorite board game?
Oh, so the first one that came to my mind, and this is very much how my dad raised me. He's a first year. He's still with us. He's a first year boomer, and so we grew up playing Risk.
Oh, okay. I don't think
And
I've played
then
Risk.
he taught my kids to play. It is strategic war games,
Oh,
is
okay.
what it is. It's a very post World War II type of. All the countries are different. They're not all the current names. And so he taught my kids to play Risk. And so it is kind of fun because when they come home for the holidays, they'll pull out a board game and they pull out Risk.
Fun.
So that's what we play. That's kind of
Love
the
the inspirational game.
yeah, that is the family game. And I'm like, I don't know what that really says about us, but the kids are really good at strategic war games.
What's one thing you're currently trying to make a habit?
I am trying to make a habit of I'm really actually working on this. And it's funny, I'm actually using ChatGPT to help me with this, to really focus on writing down my goals and doing like weekly reviews to make sure I'm achieving my goals, and really kind of just taking time to look at what I'm doing, all of it from a more of a 30,000 foot view. It is actually super fun to play with ChatGPT on this. If you have any like journals that have goal questions in them and you feed them into ChatGPT, it will tell you things about yourself you never knew. And you're like, that's actually really accurate. And so I'm really focused on that, trying to not just go through the day to day, but try to get a bigger picture.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, have you ever taken on a writing project that pushed you out of your comfort zone?
Yes, any technology writing project. I've written for some pretty hardcore HR and AI tech platforms before, and they are really hard for me because it's hard for me to get my head around how some of the technology works. And actually, now looking back, it's kind of funny. My son, he's 26, he's a software engineer. So all this stuff comes very easy to him. It is not my DNA that he got, it is his paternal grandfather. But so now I can actually ask him some questions. I don't do as many of those anymore, but I was doing those for a good couple of years and they were really challenging.
Well, what's one thing that can instantly make your day better?
My dogs. I love them so much. And now that I'm an empty nester, all my love goes into my dogs and my cat. And when my kids come home and they're always like, can I see your phone? They're trying to find some picture from when they were in junior high school, whatever. And they're like, there are so many pictures of the dogs on your phone. And I'm like, y'all don't live here anymore.
Right.
They do. And honestly, they're much cuter when they are sleeping than y'all ever were. So they make me happy. They're just happy to see me. And I love our little routine, but also seeing my friends. I'm in Nashville, so we have amazing restaurants here. So getting to go try new restaurants and seeing my friends is also something that makes me instantly happy.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Well, if you could snap your fingers and become an expert in something, what would it be?
Interior decorating or flower arrangements, gardening, I think. I think that would be it because that's still very kind of creative and I know what I like, but I can't always get from point A to point B on designing it. In fact, I'm playing around a little bit with ChatGPT on designing some landscaping for my house. And then I'm planning to just take that to someone who does it for a living and say, these are some ideas I had. What do you think? And then let them actually But I'm just amazed at watching people. Well, you've probably seen them on the Instagram reels when you see like an empty bathroom and then all of a sudden it's done and
Yeah.
it's black and it's gold accent, it's gorgeous. I would love to be able to learn to do that.
Oh, I can totally relate to that. Yeah, I just we just moved into my first. I bought my first home recently within like the last month, and so I went onto like Canva, and I've been just
Yeah.
pulling inspos and then just kind of putting it all and making my own vision boards for every.
Oh,
And
that's
I feel
such
like
a good idea.
I feel like it helps me. And it used to be something I did with my apartments as well because
Okay.
like I know what I like and I know what looks good, but I don't
Yeah.
know if all the pieces are going to look good
Yeah.
together. So I put it on like my own little vision board and be like, does this work or will this work? And
Yeah.
it's fun. I'll sit on the computer for hours just like swapping
Yeah.
things. And it's fun.
Oh, I bet you could have really fun for your kids' rooms too.
Yeah, I have a whole playroom, a vision board that I'm
I
working
love that.
on now. Yep.
I love that.
Well, final question for you is describe the rest of your life in 5 words.
Oh gosh.
We saved the tough one for last.
That is friends, travel, dogs, reading, coffee, wine. I'll throw that beverages. I'll throw that into one.
Oh, amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Jenny, and taking the ClearVoice questionnaire.
Absolutely.
And for those of you watching at home, if you are in need of great content, visit us at www.clearvoice.com.